What's going on, guys? It's Krause here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. For today's video, I've picked out 3 different riding spots and I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of different ways to ride them. Starting things off with this gutter, and then we'll ride this bench, and then we'll finish up riding these stairs. At each spot, we'll start at 1%, which will represent the easiest way to ride the obstacle. Then we'll make things trickier and trickier until we get to 100%, which will of course be the hardest way to ride that obstacle. So here we are at the first one of the day, the gutter. I think a lot of you at home will probably call this sort of thing a curb. This one's definitely a little more aggressive than usual, a little bit higher than normal. What I'm gonna do is show you guys a bunch of different ways to get up the gutter. Let's get into it. We're gonna start things off here with 1%, the absolute easiest way you can go about getting up the gutter. We're gonna get off our bikes and walk up. If you're after style points, that is definitely not the coolest way to go about getting up the gutter. Pretty efficient though. If you're after something a bit more cool, keep watching. Let's get into it. Up next at 5%, we're gonna lift our front wheel up and just roll up. Jumping straight to 10%, what we're gonna do is lift our front wheel up and then our rear wheel. Straight into 20% here, we're gonna jump up the whole thing. 35%, we're doing a rear hop. Actually finding it so hard to get the sort of correct percentages. There's no correct way of obviously doing this, but just trying to work out what's what and what, yeah. Let's get to 50% here. We're gonna send a 180 up. We have a wildcard entry for the next one at 65%. It's pretty hard to explain, so let me just show you guys. Probably the most fun one yet. Jumping to 75% now. I'm gonna jump onto my front wheel and sort of 360 up the gutter. I don't know. Definitely such an overkill way of getting up a gutter. Starting to get pretty ridiculous now. Let's go to 90%. I'm gonna do a sort of foot jam tail whip to get up. I don't think I've ever done that before, trying to get up a gutter. Last up, we're at 100% now. This is gonna be one of the hardest ways you can go about getting up a curb. I'm gonna do a G-turn. Let's go. Next spot. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, be sure to drop a like below and also drop yourself a comment. Let me know which one was your favorite percentage back there at the curb. Also, what percentage are you? Not that it really matters, but drop a comment below. So here we are at obstacle number 2, the bench. The objective for this obstacle is to get from this side over to the other side. We're gonna start things off a bit differently on this obstacle because I know if I don't do this, I'll see a lot of comments. So we're starting at 0%. I'm gonna go around it. I knew if I didn't do that, a lot of people would be commenting, just go around it. Well, there you go. Sometimes you won't actually be able to go around the obstacle, so keep on watching and I'll show you guys how to get over the obstacle. 1%, we're getting off and walking over it. Okay, we're gonna make the jump now from 1% to 15%. We're gonna roll over this. Now this might be a little bit trickier or easier, depending on what your obstacle is that you're trying this on. This one's quite awkward, quite high. Let me show what I mean. It's such an awkward height to do that on. 30% now, pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna jump over the whole thing. Up next, we're at 50% this time around, and what we're gonna do is jump up to our rear wheel. Fun fact, if you actually learn this technique, in my opinion, it actually is a lot easier than jumping over the complete thing. Let me show you. So that's definitely a bit trickier of a technique to learn, but once you've got them dialed, in my opinion, that's a lot easier than the bunny hop that you just saw me do. Let's move on to the next one. Starting to get interesting now. 60%, I'm gonna do an endo 180 over it. Easily the funnest way we've done so far. 75% now. Don't know what to call this one, so let's just show you. Again, quite an overkill way when it comes to just getting over an obstacle, but a lot of fun. 85%, I'm gonna do a 180 to my rear wheel and then 180 over. Getting towards the end now, 90%, I'm gonna do a 360 but tap my nose in between. A little bit sketchy, but we're gonna keep the things going. For the final trick on this obstacle, 100%, I'm gonna do some type of foot jam tail whip variation. I don't know what it is gonna be yet. Let's work it out. For those of you who don't know what I just did, I sort of did a foot jam tail whip, but then caught it, and then brought it back underneath me, I don't know, and then rolled out backwards. Let's get on to the final spot of the video, the stairs. So here we are at the last obstacle for the video, the stairs. We're gonna be riding the stairs in both directions. We'll start by going up and then we'll finish with coming back down. Let's get into it. Starting to sound like a broken record here, but 1%, we're getting off and walking up. real quick. Right into the next one, 10% here. We're gonna ride up. If you're gonna try this at home, just be careful you don't pop your tires. Did I just jinx myself? Stay tuned to find out. I don't think that'll ever feel good doing that. All right, we're at 35% here. What I'm gonna do is get my front wheel up and then followed by my rear wheel and sort of like hopefully smoothly hop up. You've probably seen some cross-country viral videos of these guys doing it. Be warned, it's a lot trickier than it looks. Oh my God. I'm not one to make excuses, but the stairs are very close together. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Starting to step it up now. 50%. I'm jumping up to the top. This could easily be a bit higher on the list, I think. These stairs are quite high. That's a big old jump to cover. If you're looking for quite a technical way to get to the top of the stairs, this next one's for you. 75%, we're gonna go up hopping on our rear wheel. Also, as a bonus clip, I thought I might add in, once you learn that technique, you can obviously take it higher and higher. So I'll show you what it looks like. Kind of struggling for ideas right now. 90%, I'm gonna come in, 180 onto my nose somewhere, and then try pull up the rest of the way up to the top. Let's see if it's even possible. That was a feeler. That was a little sketchy. Let's move right on to 100%. The hardest way I can currently think of getting up to the top of these stairs. We're gonna use nothing but our front wheel and hop up every single one of them. Good arm workout if you're after one. If it was first try, would it be worthy of the 100%? Second try at the 100% move. We're taking it. All that's left to do now is show you guys a bunch of different ways to get down from the top to the bottom. Let's get into it, and then we're wrapping up this video. And this time around, I'm not gonna bore you guys with 1%. You don't need to see me get off and walk down the stairs again. We're jumping straight into the action. 10%, roll down. Small jump now to 25%, quite a fun one. If you're comfortable rolling down the stairs, you can try this, jumping into the stairs. That's a lot of fun, that one. If you're feeling comfortable with all those moves so far, jump up to 40% and jump down the whole thing. This is the part of the video where all sense goes out the window. 60%, we're gonna ride down backwards. I don't know why you would ever need to do this, other than just try to have a bit of fun. Let's see if I can do it. Scary every time. Now for one of the funnest ways to get down the stairs, 75%, 180 rear tap all the way down. We're taking the spin that we've just done and we're gonna up it a little, 85%. I'm gonna do a whole 360 down the stairs. Let's get it. Nearly wrapped up here, 90%. I'm gonna use my front wheel only and hop all the way down. So here we are, we've made it to the end of the video. It's time to do 100%, the absolute hardest way to get down the stairs. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a backwards nose manual, to foot jam tail whip, to catch it, to roll backwards down the stairs. I don't know, that's pretty hard. Let's get it. Let's go. That is easily the hardest way to get down the stairs. That is the video complete. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching. Let me know what percentages you are at, although keep in mind, definitely does not matter. As always, guys, thank you so much for all the support. I'm really stoked that you guys are enjoying the content. I love reading your comments, as long as they're positive. But no, seriously, thank you for all the support. It's only the beginning. We're gonna keep these things going. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Yo!